Hey guys, I recently watched DreamWorks' latest movie, Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, and wanted to give you guys my review on the movie. This will have no spoilers just in case you were thinking of watching it at some point. But before I start, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below with no spoilers, please, on how you found the movie. So the plot is Ruby Gillman is a sweet and awkward high school student who discovers she's a direct descendant of the warrior Kraken queens. The Kraken are sworn to protect the oceans of the world against the vain, power-hungry mermaids. Destined to inherit the throne from a commanding grandmother, Ruby must use her newfound powers to protect those she loves most. So I remember watching the trailer and I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know this movie was coming out. And I watched it and I was like, this doesn't, yeah, it just didn't seem very interesting. Didn't seem very captivating. It didn't, I didn't have that feeling that, oh my gosh, I really do want to watch that. And after watching it, I agree with my initial assessment. I I mean I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a bad, horrible thing, but I think in my opinion it's easily like one of the worst things DreamWorks has done. I mean that's just saying because DreamWorks stuff has been amazing. We've had Kung Fu Panda, we've had Shrek, we've had Puss in Boots recently with The Last Wish, which was amazing, topped it to another high level. How to Train Your Dragon, we've had Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, Prince of Egypt. I mean, there's been so many amazing movies by DreamWorks, and this just cannot compare with it. And that's just my opinion. I think quite a lot of people probably agree with that as well, because all the stuff that DreamWorks has done has just been to another level, and it's just so good. But when I watched this, I all I could think about was that it was very similar to some of the recent stuff that I've been seeing from Disney. So Turning Red and Luca, and even sort of The Little Mermaid, but in the opposite way, sort of. I mean, we also see the link with the mermaid in the trailer as well, which looks like Ariel, which some people didn't like. I don't really mind. But yeah, so I just felt like it was something that's already been done. Like some of the stuff that they talked about, like wanting to explore who you are, wanting to like like you're trying to discover this whole other person that's inside you, basically. And I don't know, I just felt like personally to me, I really did enjoy Turning Red. I really enjoyed Luca, and I just felt like just seeing this movie as well, it just felt like it just felt like they should have done something a bit different. I mean, it's tough because, it's competition between both of these studios, and I'm not sure who had the idea first. From what I saw, Turning Red, like that idea was like pitched like the late like 2017 or 2018, and this movie was announced to us in 2021. Apparently I didn't even hear about it, but yeah, I just felt like it was a bit too similar. And yeah, and I also felt like it lacked having a plot. Like there wasn't basically like much of a plot twist, and it was very obvious what was happening. And when I compare it to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I'm just very disappointed because that movie was just it was just so good. Like the story, the characters, the plot twists and stuff, it was really good. And then this just felt like it was very simple, and it was just very easy and nothing, nothing to really think about it. To be honest, like if I had seen this and I didn't know it was a DreamWorks movie, I would have assumed it was a Disney movie, simply because this is the sort of stuff that we're seeing from Disney. And so personally to me, it didn't feel like a DreamWorks movie, which is a big disappointment because I've really enjoyed like literally pretty much all of the stuff that DreamWorks has done. Like you've got so many great movies, and you've also got the stuff that not that many people know about as well, like Spirit Stand of the Cimarron or Rise of the Guardians and stuff, and those were also equally as great. I also couldn't understand. I don't think this is really a spoiler, but I couldn't really understand because so you've got the family and you got Ruby's family, and they're all trying to sort of act like as if they're normal humans and stuff, and they're not. It's really obvious. They're blue, their ears. I mean, you can just tell, and I couldn't really understand like how. I mean, they were giving the excuse that they were from Canada. I didn't really understand that, unless if it was a sort of thing like we were seeing them in like as their Kraken self, but all of the other people were seeing them as their true self. No, as their human self. See, I'm getting confused here. So I'm not really sure. Like it didn't really make sense to me about that. But saying that, the movie was pretty good. It had its comedic elements and it was a very easy story, so very easy to follow. It was nice just getting to see the relationships grow, but it was just very obvious like what was going on. And I felt like they definitely could have twisted it up, especially to the end with that like I mean, I didn't see that one coming, like the mermaid one. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. But I felt like it was very obvious from the start what was going on. And it just didn't flow very naturally. And I didn't get to see enough of these characters grow and stuff. Like turning red, like we got to see the friends and how they all supported May, and I love that. And Luca, just getting to see Luca's adventure, from having been in the ocean for all of his life to actually coming on land and like, seeing him settle in and all that and friends and stuff. I just felt like this story just really lacked in having a story, basically. And yeah, in saying that, it's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's definitely not one of the best highlights from 2023 or even from DreamWorks, to be honest. I think personally, I'd put this all the way down at the bottom. And I think that's just, I don't know, maybe it's just because there wasn't enough plot twists. Maybe it's because we've seen this stuff already. We've seen it with Turning Red, we've seen it with Luca, we've seen it already sort of with The Little Mermaid as well. And it just felt overdone. And I definitely think they could have done something else and they could have gone in a different direction. So personally, to me, it's worth a watch. Nothing you will probably scream about. I know some people really enjoyed it, and that's fair enough. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I personally didn't. I felt like it was just very overdone already, these topics. I felt like the moral was really good, but again, it's something that we've heard continually. And what I liked about DreamWorks is that they always just stood out. Like you would know, oh yeah, that's a DreamWorks movie. Disney would definitely not do something like that. Like you would just know. And that's no hate to Disney or anything, because both of them are amazing studios and they have their own ideas, but just like I I just don't know. Like it didn't feel like a DreamWorks movie. And that's that's what's really upsetting in a sense. Like it felt too Disney-ish and it didn't have that same spark that DreamWorks movies have. Like I was watching How to Train Your Dragon recently again, and my God, absolutely loved it. Shrek, watched that recently again. It's hilarious. This movie had its comedy, was missing though quite a bit. But yeah, guys, that's my opinion on Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, and hopefully you found that useful. I'm not sure. Maybe I was a bit too negative, but let me know down below in the comments with no spoilers, please, how you guys found the movie. Did you find that it was a bit too similar to Disney stuff? Do you think it was one of the best or worst DreamWorks projects in a while? I don't know. Bad Guys. Bad Guys was really good as well. So yeah. But before you leave, please make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our content. Check out some of our other reviews. We've done reviews on quite a lot of the recent movies, and also some of the old stuff as well. So you can see all of our reviews in our on our channel. And we've also done debates, pranks, games, and stuff. So there's tons of different stuff there for you guys to check out. So check them all out. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll follow you back. On there, you can communicate with us and chat to us about your thoughts, and we'll update you with our recent releases. And you can have a look at our website as well. We've got a live blog, and you can also see all of our videos on there as well, categorized, and you can also see that on our channel as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave me a comment down below with your thoughts. Really interested to hear what you guys think. And see you next time. Bye.